interested here at Biogen in corporate citizenship. So that's why we really enjoy hosting you guys. Every day we host students from across North Carolina in our community lab. We also have a foundation, and our foundation has given over $1.2 million in grants to individuals focused on science education, to groups, to museums and other organizations. So here at Biogen, we think that science is fun. We know that science is fun. We also think that science is for everyone. Anybody can be a scientist. Anyone can think scientifically, and that's one of the things that we want to get across is that being a scientist is awesome, but thinking scientifically and having science literacy, that's another thing. Not everybody's going to be a scientist. I'm sorry, I'm a scientist. I love being a scientist, but I understand that not everyone's going to be a scientist. But we all need to understand science because it's really, really powerful.
Oftentimes, things that cause you to not succeed in life are some of the baggage that you're carrying around. Things like failure and doubt, disappointment, anger, rejection, shame, guilt, isolation, grief and loss, and then also fear. And so our goal for you today is to unpack these things. So really work through these things in your session, talk through these things, but the ultimate goal is when you leave here, we want you to take one of the things that you brought in this room, we want you to leave it here.
There was an old man, had his grandson with him, and they were walking, through the woods, and the grandson turned to his grandfather and said, "Papa, I don't understand why people act the way they do." He said, "Well, son, everybody has two wolves inside of them. There's a good wolf and a bad wolf. The good wolf are like the people you see here who are here to help you, loving, kind, considerate, concerned, giving. There's a bad wolf, right? Mean, envious, jealous, conniving. Everybody has," he told his grandson, "two wolves in them, a good wolf and a bad wolf. I've got a good wolf and a bad wolf in me. Each one of you has a good wolf and a bad wolf. Everyone you hear from today has a good wolf and a bad wolf. And they fight. If you've ever seen dogs fight, they get after it, right? They get after it. And that's the way it is in everybody, a good wolf and a bad wolf." So the grandson said, "Papa, well, which wolf wins?" And he looked at his grandson and he said, "Whichever wolf you feed." Yeah. And I'm telling you that because I don't know what brought you here, but I know what brought me here. Lots of good decisions and bad decisions.
Because believe me, when you hear this, as soon as you step foot back onto that bus and you get back into the environment you come from, these will not be things that you'll have to implement down the line or down the road. They will be the things that you will have to implement as soon as you get back home.
Building yourself. Through my personal experiences, each and every emotion, it has shaped me. Now, whether you allow it to shape you for the positive or negative is your decision. You can never let your environment get the best of you. You always have to let yourself get the best of your environment.
I always was the person who wanted to be successful, but I had to redefine what I thought success was. And now I'm looking at success like I wake up in the morning, am I better than I was yesterday? Because we all have a purpose in life. I'm a strong believer I'm a Christian, I'm a strong believer in the Bible. I believe in God, and I believe that God has a purpose and a call for everyone's life. And whether you're living in your call, or whether you're not living in your call, there's still a call. And God's will be done in your life, regardless if you're living in your call or not. So for me, it was a simple decision, let me step up to the plate and let me live in my calling,
If something stands out to you, write it down, replay it, focus on it, and take this information and apply it whenever you're just on your own.
Really, when you use the term professionalism, it only means that you're capable of doing the job when things aren't going well. You still are able to perform at a high level.
Because I think that's one of the things that hinders us as men, is this idea of perception. Because with it comes so many stereotypes and so many negative things in terms of what masculinity is, about how we seem and look to other people.
Sometimes you see stuff that looks like stuff that you've been told was bad, and your radar goes off. Let me be careful around this person or this thing because I've been told that this is bad. But we've learned that that's not always the case, right? But you don't always have the opportunity to find out. And sometimes finding out, what if you find out and you're wrong, and this is a bad person, or this is a dog who bites? It's too late. So sometimes, as much as we don't like stereotypes, I understand clearly why we don't like stereotypes. Sometimes that stereotype might be that one thing that saves you for that moment. But how Mr. Elliott talked about feeding those two dogs, those two inside wolves, you're going to have to figure out which one you want to place the most energy on.
So we hear things like, oh, you snitch, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing, I'm not gonna snitch. But guess what? When the heat gets turned up,
Everybody gets scared. Everybody gets scared.
So this is a really serious issue, and when you think about it, at the end of the day, I mean, are you willing to put somebody else's, take the rap for somebody else? Something ignorant or stupid that they did, are you willing to take the rap for that? Are you willing to take responsibility for that in the name of snitching?
But every day you get up and your feet touch the floor, right? If you believe in something, you put your hands together and you pray, and you say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have not woken up, right? You could have very well have passed away in your sleep. When my mom died last year, it was sudden. We didn't see it coming. You know what I mean? So she doesn't get the opportunity to say thank you, right? This Mother's Day coming up, I don't get a chance to hug my mom, right? Y'all do. Right? So you hug your mom, you hug her tight. You always remember that you want to make her proud.
It doesn't matter who you influence, it doesn't matter what you set out to be, as long as you're yourself. Not what somebody else is telling you to be or what society is going to want you to be. Because for the most part, society wants you to be a negative person. It doesn't want you to be your potential person. So for you have to find the best for yourself, I feel like. And the way you do that is by exploring yourself, seeing what situations you react the best to. As long as you remember that, I feel like you all will be successful.
So we use teamwork. Scientists often do not work by themselves. You might imagine what a scientist is like some old white guy with like crazy hair, sitting at like these bubbling things, working by himself. That's not typically what a scientist is. Most scientists collaborate and work together, which is what you guys did. So can you tell me, this table, you guys finished first, how did you separate those? What kind of tool did you use?
One was longer than the other.
All right, so we observed with our eyes that one was longer and bigger than the other. Did you like think them mind over matter and like they physically moved? What did you use?
What's really great about today is seeing an audience of so many wonderful possibilities that, you know, each of you have a bright future ahead of you. It just takes the hard work, the focus, the diligence, perseverance, the healthy relationships, which I know that you guys have been talking about today. And it takes believing in yourself and believing that what's possible is far beyond your imagination. And it's far beyond what anyone else could even tell you that they believe that you're going to do or that you can do. So I think that I'm among greatness. Am I? Am I among greatness in the room? And so I'm just a living example of what I just said. I think I'm from a small town in eastern North Carolina called Belhaven. Have any of you heard of Belhaven? Few? If you have, raise your hand. Don't be ashamed. Belhaven is a great place. So Belhaven is a small town. It has a population of about 1,200 people on a day with visitors in town. Small 1A schools. So I didn't have the opportunity to take AP courses necessarily or an IB program. But what I did take, I learned and I made the best of it, and I worked hard and I studied hard and I had fun times and all that. And I believed that that was something bigger than Belhaven out there for me somewhere.
Life, training, learning begins at home. And I think there's something of a disconnect where our young young people and families and parenting is concerned. So the first, I guess, entity that I would include in answering who needs to be at the table would be parents representing families.
I use the acronym BAD, belonging, acceptance, and yes, discipline. So when you see people that are frequently joining the game, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a family because they don't have one. And so these people accept them how they are or what they want to do, and then you have these rules and these disciplines and everything else like that. I think external validation, how we get external validation, it used to be you look for the approval of your parents and your community. But now what do? It's how many friends you got on Facebook. It's how many people you're following on Twitter. What can I do to get noticed? And so who we're seeking validation from or what we're seeking validation for is really important, especially at your critical juncture of your maturity.
There's a young man in Kinston who started the Kinston Teens, Chris Suggs. And there wasn't a lot there for them to do, but he's amazing. I think he's 15, 16 years old. He's getting ready to graduate from high school, and he started this nonprofit. He started this agency, and it involves other young people coming to the Kinston Teens and doing things in their community.
So normally when I'm surrounded around so many young males, I am in a prison. So I'm really excited to be here with you, where we all get to lead out together this afternoon.